This woman tries the mule kick, but with little effect. This driver starts badly and then gets a lot worse.
Yeah, take the day off, you goddamn asshole! Now just give me the goddamn thing, let me get out of here. I didn't do nothing wrong, and I know I did.
This will explain how you can have a trial if you want one. On the back, that'll explain it. Attaches an envelope. See? Put a stamp on that, you mail that in. They'll tell you what to do.
I can afford the stamp.
The fine's right here, sir. It's $137.50.
You're fucking crazy! You're fucking crazy! My wife took money out of her goddamn account where she's working to pay my fucking insurance so I wouldn't get picked up. You're fucking crazy!
You don't pick this up, sir. I'm going to summon you for littering.
Are you fucking crazy? I don't do this meeting, you goddamn asshole! $100 and some dollars! Jesus fucking H! Look out of my life, you goddamn asshole!
Bye.
What I find amazing is that anyone as clearly barking as that is eventually allowed to continue on his journey up the freeway. Now, as we've said, it is now accepted that in the street, a one-eyed monster in the shape of a CCTV lens might well be watching our every move. But it's the growing use of secret cameras indoors which still appears to catch people off guard. And in fact, monitoring technology has become so advanced, even the most dimly lit interiors now afford no privacy whatsoever, which can be rather embarrassing when you're caught doing, well, what some of these people are doing. Now, I should warn you that the quality of this footage may well be a little grey, but when they saw it, the faces of the people featured were all, without exception, red. This blonde office employee is about to play hard to get with the guy on reception. Clearly thinking she's been too subtle about demonstrating her feelings to him, the temptress returns for a second showing. And this time, I think it probably worked. This customer's keen to see what else is on offer in the supermarket. That's why he's brought a handy mirror. But it's usually in the apparently innocuous world of the office that the cameras capture the most bizarre behaviour. This woman has no idea she's the object of the unnatural desires of a kinky male colleague. Here comes the secret admirer in question, but it's not her body he's after. It's her shoes. The man has a footwear fetish, and a spiky pair of stilettos are not to be sniffed at. Well, actually, they are.
Hundreds of the faithful streamed in to Trinity Assembly of God today, many to hear what Pastor Charlie Evans had to say about this videotape, which appears to show him patronizing a Daytona Beach strip joint. But if they hoped Evans would deny it as him on the tape, they were disappointed. Evans told Assemblies of God superiors that it was an actor or a body double seen here kissing and tipping the mostly naked dancer last month.
He's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
The body double claim was mocked today by protesters who claim Evans is leading a double life. But support for Evans appears strong, despite the apparent evidence.
I hope it's not true.
But you saw the tape. I mean, it's pretty convincing from what I hear.
Well, I don't know. Everyone has a double, I guess.
I just choose not to believe it. For all anyone can know, it can be an imposter.
Well, it could be an imposter, but in case you were wondering, we did some checking, and that preacher, the Reverend Charles Evans, was as guilty as sin. In fact, and this is true, strippers at the club said he was there so often they nicknamed him Furniture. He was later jailed on charges of kidnapping and assault of an eyewitness. He was also very well known locally for being racist and homophobic. Not bad for a clergyman. He's only got to cover his neighbour's oxen, and he's done all 10. Still to come on Tarrant on CCTV, find out what this shopkeeper is shooting, who this customs man is shaming, and why a ruffled chair is shouting.
And you are a slimy lowlife, okay?
Welcome back. Closed-circuit television has become such a major part of our lives that even the advertisers are cashing in, and it's so not like them. Here, for example, are 3 commercials which use CCTV technology to promote their products. Now, what the advertisers want you to believe is that a closed-circuit camera never lies. First ad is a fly-on-the-wall way of getting you to buy travel insurance.
Non basta una televisione per fare una TV.
I think the bloke bent over there with his trousers down was just grateful that conjuring customs officer didn't whip out his magic wand. That was advertisers using fake CCTV to create a bizarre, alternative, made-up reality. Meanwhile, back in the real world, people's behaviour when they don't realise they're on camera is so bizarre you really couldn't make it up. Isn't it a bummer when you leave the loo and there's been nothing to dry your hands on? This guy has the answer. Dry them on your boss's jacket. Here's what every good TV show strives for, a water cooler moment. Have you figured out what he's doing yet? Yes, he's washing his feet. Have you ever thought how soul-destroying it must be for a laboratory cleaner to get all the toilet bowls germ-free and spotless, only to have some dirty, great big bloater go into the cubicle with an hour's worth of reading material under his hairy arm? It must drive you round the bend. Well, this lavatory attendant has the perfect solution. Lock all the cubicle doors from the inside and they'll stay clean all day. Note this college student helping himself to someone else's towel off the hook. You see, the lavatory attendant in this locker room must have been on a sickie because there was no toilet paper in the loo. But the student doesn't seem unduly concerned. Ever resourceful, he just uses whatever comes to hand. Then returns the towel to the hook, and no one's any the wiser. Which was unfortunate for the next student to use the locker room. We're not quite sure why we're applauding. We're just applauding. Pity there wasn't a CCTV camera outside to see his girlfriend's face when she kissed him on the cheek. But of course, closed-circuit television does have a very serious side to its use. All too often, it's a shopkeeper's only means of protection against terrifying and opportunistic armed robbery. Only means of protection, unless, of course, you count the other customers and the furniture they were sitting on. This is obviously why he's wearing the crash helmet. As you can see, the CCTV camera can also record some incredible feats of bravery in the face of bungling burglary and even violent crime. But this woman deserves a medal for the cool way she dealt with the gun-toting robber in her store.
30 seconds.
Huh?
Come on, 30 seconds.
For what?
Cheese.
I ain't got no money.
Come on, now.
I ain't got no money.
Open it up.
I ain't got no money.
Open it up.
I ain't got no money.
Open it up.
I'm on the phone with somebody right now. Yeah, that's it.
Big mistake trying to show her the gun close up, because she's very obviously twice the man he'll ever be.
Don't mess around with the gun.
We get that key
What key?
in the register.
I ain't got no key.
Cheese.
What?
Give me, quick.
I can't, man.
I got nothing to lose.
I can't, man.
I'll bust you.
You bust, but I can't. I can't. I can't.
Let go.
Oh, shit.
At least he's got the good sense to know when he's beaten, morally as well as physically.
This O'Reilly store at 106th and Blue Ridge just after 9:30 this morning.
I sat down at the desk to count it.
The store manager's counting cash when a man in this surveillance video is seen going behind the counter, going after the money.
I kicked him off of me, and as he turned around, one of my employees was right behind him.
And as the suspect is seen on tape trying to run off, that other employee runs after him, grabs him, and is left holding a piece of the perpetrator.
My employee slammed him in the shelf, dove after him, grabbed onto his leg, which turned out to be a prosthetic leg at that, and the leg popped off, his pants came down, he went hopping out into the parking lot, into his van, wearing nothing but his boxers with only one leg.
Here's another look at the surveillance video, this time in slow motion. After the suspect runs off, there you see the employee left holding the leg, this prosthetic leg. It certainly looks like it's worth more than the $50 the robbers took.
Now, I've no wish to appear too knowledgeable on the subject, but I would have thought the very first rule in the Armed Robber's Handbook is don't put your gun down and then look the other way. At this point, he does a runner pursued by the very gun that he brought in.
Open the restaurant. You can't take me down. Open the restaurant. You open it. You open it. Open it now. Open it. Hey. Open the restaurant. You get the hell out of here. Open the restaurant. Open the restaurant. You cut me, you son of a bitch. Open the restaurant. Now we each got one. Get the fuck out of here.
And as far as we know, he still hasn't got it open. He writes every month to the old boy saying, please give us the key, but the old boy just writes back saying, get out of here! Now, although many arrests are made on the strength of the evidence of closed-circuit TV cameras, there are, of course, hours and hours of mind-numbing dullness recorded where absolutely nothing happens. Nothing wrong with that. Just ask the producers of Big Brother. But there is one other point about all these often wasted miles and miles of videotape. You know when you're warned that there's a 1,000,000 to 1 chance that something terrible might just happen? Well, thanks to 1,000,000 CCTV cameras, there'll probably be one there when it does.
Let me get you to come on over here, man. If you're up here and anybody hits the back of my patrol car, it's a good chance you're going to get caught somewhere in between that car and your car. And if you're not caught in between, you may still get struck by one of the vehicles. I don't want that to happen to you. Just like that.
Don't you just hate it when that happens? Once they got over the shock, the woman featured, the police and her insurance company would have been very grateful the camera was there to record that amazing moment. But even when they're used to appearing in front of cameras for hundreds of millions of people, some celebrities are not always that happy about having their every movement captured on tape. Night, night.
I just want you to know what a slimy, low-life I think you are, okay? I hope this has sound. This is like one of my few things that I can do by myself. This is the town where I live, and you are a slimy, low-life okay?
All right.
Would you like to leave me nothing for myself, you slimy, low-life How can you go to bed knowing that this is what you do? You know, I'm not in Hollywood right now. I'm not going to a premiere. This is where I live. You're not a man.
I couldn't have paid for that.
9:35 Saturday. A shocking discovery on a building